Initially, when I started doing this keto journey, it was all about weight loss, wanting to look better than how I was looking before. Now I'm trying every natural remedy I can try. I need to create systems and habits that will help me to be consistent. I offer keto recipes that are full of what? Flavor. You just gotta try it. You gotta try it to understand.
When you're feeling down, feeling low, you'll never be alone.
Hey goodies, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Nastassja. I also go by KetoJamaican girl. Here on this channel, what I do is I share my keto lifestyle. I also share keto tips, keto tricks, and delicious keto recipes that are always full of flavor. Today I'm going to be answering some questions that I received on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go ahead and click the link in the description below. I share a lot of pictures over there, recipes as well, just more current information about me than you get here on YouTube. And if you want to be a part of a group where you're receiving keto information and keto facts in terms of health and wellness, you can follow me on Keto with Flavor on Facebook, and I'll leave a description in the box below for that Facebook group as well. Now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and head into these questions. The first question was, what drives your health journey? I think I spoke like a year ago about having a why.
Again, figure out your why. Remember, I said my why is I tend to overeat and I have a family history of diabetes. Also, I didn't mention I was pre-diabetic. So cutting out sugars is my main priority. Your main priority might be something else, and that's great. But you're doing what works for you.
You have to know why you're starting on any journey, but especially when you're doing a drastic health change or a lifestyle change, you have to have a really strong why. Initially, when I started doing this keto journey, it was all about weight loss, wanting to look better than how I was looking before. And then it became about fertility because I was having a hard time conceiving, and I shared that story in detail. I will link that video above and below if you're interested in my fertility journey and how keto helped me to conceive my now 3-year-old. And after conceiving that 3-year-old, I wanted to lose weight again. So my why for keto then became weight loss again. But coming to the end of 2020, I was having a lot of pain in the area of my ovaries. My ovaries were so inflamed and painful that it was sensitive to touch, like just through my skin. I could just touch it through the area of my skin, and it was just really painful. And I've had issues with my cycles and stuff, but this was just the most pain I've ever experienced with my ovaries outside of the normal thing that women would experience. So I went to my GYN and I was told that I was having issues with the cysts on my ovaries. They did an ultrasound and I have multiple cysts on my ovaries. And for those of you who suffer from PCOS, you understand that receiving treatment for something like that is difficult, and it all depends on the type of doctor you come across. I asked my doctor what could be done to get this, to get these reduced and removed, and also to get rid of the symptoms that I was feeling. And for those of you with PCOS, we can say it all together. You know what she prescribed: birth control. I don't know if this is TMI, but this is the goody crew, and I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I've never been on birth control, and I don't want to alter my hormones with medications at this stage in my life. So I wanted to take a more natural approach to healing my body. And that's when I came to you guys and I was like, hey, going vegan keto, because I know my body does not respond well to carbs. I also have a family history of diabetes. I just have so many reasons why we're living a life of high carbs, because all carbs aren't bad, but just eating high carb every single day, especially processed food carbs, I know that that's not for me. So I looked up what are some of the things that could be causing these cysts to increase in number and to give me the symptoms that I was feeling. And there were a number of foods that they told me I needed to remove, and which included red meat, coffee. And remember, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm just sharing with you what I discovered for myself. So red meat, coffee, of course carbs, these were all things that I discovered I needed to decrease. So I was like, let me just go vegan. And when I say vegan, let me just be careful, because I'm gonna choose my words wisely. Going into the vegan community has not been a great experience all around. I did experience some people in the vegan community who are awesome, one being A-Type Health and Wellness. If you are not following her, please go ahead and subscribe to her channel and her Instagram. She makes plant-based eating look so delicious, and if you are interested in that type of lifestyle, you need to be following her. Trying to get into that vegan world so that I could learn about plant-based eating was not a fun experience, and I honestly considered giving up a lot, but I had to remember my why. And my why for vegan keto became these cysts on my ovaries, and I need to improve my overall health. Eating all of the dairy and the red meat was having a negative effect on my body. This is not an attack on anybody else who has decided to eat that way. This is just what I experienced. So that is why you guys saw me do that drastic switch to plant-based keto. And I'm sorry if I didn't give you guys all the tea initially when I switched. I just up and switched, but this is what I needed to do for me, and I just took you guys along for the journey without the backstory. But here it is. Here's the tea now. So the question was, what drives your health journey? So right now, what's driving my health journey is my health. I want to be as healthy as possible. Some of the side effects of these ovarian cysts is I'm susceptible to becoming insulin resistant and eventually having diabetes. I do not want that. You know, and as I told you before, I have a family history of diabetes. There's so many reasons why I just need to keep my carbs low. There's also the pain of these ovarian cysts when they rupture. And if you can relate to what I've been experiencing, please let me know in the comments below, because now that I'm opening up about it, I would love to have company in this journey, like just to learn a little bit more about how I can improve my health and even my eating. These ovarian cysts can be very painful when they rupture, and it can also be life-threatening if they get to a certain size and rupture. So this is not just a gimmick. This is not just about weight loss. This is about my overall health and about reducing the number of cysts on my ovaries. I do not intend on taking birth control. Am I saying never? No, because if these ovarian cysts are not controlled with my eating, I will have to consider, you know, whatever medication necessary to keep myself healthy. But as it stands right now, I'm trying every natural remedy I can try. I'm also taking black seed oil, sea moss, anything natural that I can use to reduce inflammation in my body and to reduce the number of cysts on my ovaries, and just to keep my carbs low and not become insulin resistant and have diabetes. So that's my why. When I spoke to this person a little bit further about their question, she just wanted to know like what keeps me motivated. One thing that really helped me in my journey of motivation in terms of sticking with this lifestyle is this book called Atomic Habits. I'm gonna link it down below if you want to buy the book, but it has helped me to create systems. What I'm learning is I need to create systems and habits that will help me to be consistent, not just, oh, you know, I just want to lose weight, so I'm going to do this today. No, I have to create systems that keep me doing the things I need to do even without thinking. And that's a whole nother discussion. That helped me a lot in terms of my motivation. The next question is, let's do this one. Do you count carbs? This question came from Instagram, so they probably have not been watching my YouTube videos. Go ahead and click subscribe if you have not clicked subscribe yet. But I do count carbs, and when you guys see me go grocery shopping, I do a lot of grocery shopping hauls because I know how intimidating grocery shopping can be for keto. I look at the back of most things that I buy and I make sure that the carbs are fairly low for the amount that I'm eating. You have to figure out what is going to work for your body. I did receive a comment. The comment was, I'll show you guys a picture of it here, onions and peppers are not keto. First of all, I'm Jamaican. We season our food with onions and peppers. That's how we give our food flavor. I offer keto recipes that are full of what? Flavor. Rarely are you going to get some flavor in your food without some onions and peppers. Onions and peppers become not keto depending on the amount of it that you put in the food. And then you would have to do a ketone test after eating a certain amount of onions and peppers to know if it is knocking you out of ketosis. And if we're being honest, onions and peppers are not your biggest issue. You might want to look at the breads that you eat and the breading on certain foods, and you know, fruits even. I am not against fruits. You guys know I eat fruits on this channel, but you know, it's all about what works for your body, and onions and peppers have not hindered my body getting into ketosis up to this point. So I am a full supporter of onions and peppers. I am, though, making sure that all of the options that I choose are as low carb as possible. And then I combine those things to make meals. I choose low carb vegetables. Some of the foods are processed, and that's an issue too. But if I am buying processed foods that are plant-based, I try to make sure that they are below a certain level of net carbs so that my net carbs for the day fall below 50 grams of net carbs per day. While I was eating plant-based in the beginning, a lot of the foods I was going for were processed because I was trying to make the foods I ate similar to what I was eating when I was eating meat. It was a big transition. So I was eating a lot of processed food, but I'm working on that where I'm going to be trying my best to eat a lot less processed food. So let's go to another question. Hi, hope all is well. Question, what do you recommend for a rice substitute? And this is probably from a newbie in the keto world. Welcome to the keto world, and I hope that this channel can help you out. You can watch some of my keto hauls and you can see what I use. What I've been using is cauliflower rice as my rice substitute. The whole goal is to find substitutes for carby foods that won't spike your insulin and won't have you hungry all the time. And cauliflower is one of those low carb vegetables that will not spike your insulin super high like rice will. They also have palmini rice, which I have not tried yet, but I will link it below if you want to give it a try. I like most palmini products. I use the palmini pasta. I tried palmini mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna share a recipe with it one of these days. It's actually very delicious. You get very similar texture to the carb versions of pasta and mashed potatoes that you get from these palmini products, and they do have palmini rice, so I'm gonna give that a try as well. So you have two options there. You have cauliflower rice and palmini rice, and I think those are great substitutes. I said a mouthful so far. I think I've been rambling for a long time, but that's just my little update as to where I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I do intend to continue on this plant-based journey. Over the holidays though, I'm not gonna lie guys. Over the holiday, I was eating everything and it got a little out of hand. I put on some weight, put on some happy weight. I don't regret it at all. I did feel a difference in my body in terms of body aches, and even in the area of my ovaries, the pain was coming back again. So I know that meat and dairy and all those things, I know that it's not for me. And it was just a reminder to me that that's not the way to go. That's not the decision I need to make. Because I honestly considered, as I said before, I honestly considered giving up on plant-based eating because the vegan world can feel so intimidating. I'm still in the slow process of learning about plant-based eating and what works and doesn't work for me. One of the things that though I learned about plant-based eating that was not a good thing was I was not eating enough protein, and not because I can't find protein in plants. It's just that while I'm trying to keep it low carb, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to eat low carb and get that protein, because I could be getting a good amount of protein from beans, you know, and plant-based foods, but they're high in carbs. So you can get sufficient amount of protein from plant-based eating. I do believe that, but it's kind of hard to do while eating low carb. So I'm still learning how to do that. I do admit that this is the best I've felt. Yes, keto helped me a lot, and I felt good on keto as well, but the good that I feel in plant-based eating is on the next level. I felt lighter. I don't know how to describe it. You just gotta try it. You gotta try it to understand. Try it for like a week, but it's just a really good feeling. The headaches, I don't need coffee as much as I used to. I like it. I still love it. I love the taste of it, but I don't necessarily need it. And I attribute a lot of that to my plant-based eating as well. And I have a lot of coffee replacements that I share on this channel. So where I'm heading is I'm going to continue on this plant-based journey as best I can. If I cannot figure out how to do this plant-based journey while getting enough protein, I just might go back to eating eggs. That's something that I am open to. And I guess that would make me ketotarian, because that would make me vegetarian and not plant-based / vegan, if I'm allowed to say vegan. And it was kind of annoying not being able to, or deciding not to buy certain products that had eggs in it. Eggs is great for baking. There are vegan replacements that can help your bacon, but doing that low carb, again, it makes it really hard. So yeah, I am strongly considering bringing eggs back into the mix, but if I do decide to do that, I'm gonna let you guys know. So yeah, that's just a little summary of what's been going on with me. I hope that this was helpful or gave you some insight as to where I am. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, or you can go ahead and add me on Instagram. You can inbox me. I respond to inbox messages on Instagram, and also I will be opening up these question and answer opportunities on my Instagram. I'll probably do this like once a month, where I'll just open up my box for questions and I'll do a video answering them if you so choose to. So thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. If you're still here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!